Chris here from Tube and Truss. Now today we're going to be looking at a JMP 100 watt head. This was made in 1980. It's been in storage for a long time. So we're going to take a look inside, fix up a few little things that may need doing to it, and then we're going to see what he sounds like. So here's the 1980 JMP master volume, the original 80s silver face knobs instead of gold. A couple of those are missing, but we can sort that out. This is actually the predecessor to the JCM 800. Cosmetically it's in pretty good nick, apart from a couple of silver discs off of the front there on the knobs, but not bad. You know, there's a cover missing from the handle, we've got one corner piece missing, tiny tears in the Tolex here and there. So we have Mark II master volume 100 watt lead. Now interestingly, the serial number there starts with SA, which is supposed to mean 50 watt. This is 100 watt, and I've just had a little peek inside, and it is indeed a 100 watt amplifier. We've got the written on there, model 2203. Now I suspect that may have been written in later with pen, I'm not sure. They do tend to, it's very soft, so it tends to get literally worn away. And of course here is proof that it is indeed 100 watts. So yeah, I'm not sure about this SA on the serial number. All the information I've ever seen does say that says that it's a 50 watt. But anyway, so we have got original caps, power caps, and let's just take what we've got here. Wow. I don't know if this is coming out on the video. We'll get some photographs. We have got, these are wow. I'll do some identifying on those, see exactly what we've got there. We've got some corrosion on the chassis. That's fine. There's a little bit of surface rust there. Just shows that it's been obviously in some damp over its life. Interestingly, we have got these blooming great coach bolts, and there's one inside the back. I don't know if you can see it in there. And also, so the captive nuts that hold the chassis in have obviously been lost or disappeared at some point, and someone's put these huge coach bolts in, and they are coach bolts because the heads underneath are just domes. So yeah, they're going to take a little bit of removing, and we'll remove the cobwebs, and we'll take a look in a second to see what's in there. Well, the valves turn out to be Chinese made, branded national. So having a little look around, I can see that they are probably National Electronics from China, possibly going back 10, maybe 20 years. Not to be confused with National branded by Panasonic of Japan. different company, different thing altogether, different logo. But these valves seem okay. They're absolutely fine. They're old, but they're all measuring hot. What's not to like? Yes, indeed. The chassis has been held in with coach bolts. Now, look at that thing with a coach bolt is. It's captive. It's got this square collar, and what's happened is these square collars have been pulled up into the wood, and the well-meaning buffoon who put these in couldn't really do the nuts up properly. I've had to tap them round inside, so I'm just going to show you this one here. When I just tap this bolt out a little bit, there it goes, and there's our captive kind of square bit now coming out from the metal. Now I have got to dig right down in here and use a screwdriver to just undo the nut, turn at a time. Okay, now we've removed someone's well-meaning uncle's shed job of a load of coach bolts. Let's take this out. It's the first time this has been out for quite a long time. There we go. Now, something, what have we got here? Slightly worrying. It looks like sliced up bits of insulation. Something was rattling inside. Until we turn this over, we won't know what that was. So let's just take a look. See what on earth was rattling inside. Okay. Well, let's just pop it down there like that. Trapped inside, rattling around in the amplifier, we had a nut that's been chopped off with something, and a couple of washers. We can see there's a cage nut still in there from the original. Obviously these are missing, these ones here. So what have we got? Let's have a look. Okay. Looks alright. Initial quick look here. Not quite sure about that particular cable tie there, but we're not looking in awful condition here. Preamp board, everything looks original there. Doesn't look like anyone's been messing around or modding anything on the pots. Big resistors are all there. Some sort of gunge or something on them. Not sure yet if that resistor has burned or not, or if it's just some kind of gunge. Oh, I've just heard something go flop. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, we're looking fairly good in here, I'd say. I'm just checking the valve seats. Yeah. They're white, but the fixing in of them is fine. The soldering looks to be original. So yeah, until we look a little bit deeper, I do see one replacement resistor in here, so that's why someone's been in there, obviously, and then lost the cage nuts and got someone's granddad to fix it back together with coach bolts. But this all looks quite nice, actually. So the mystery of the rattling nuts and bolts is solved. So here we see that one of the cap clamp has no fixing anymore, and that's why. That was just rattling around inside. I wonder if someone had attempted to do a cap job on here and that snapped and they thought, no, go home. Other thing is, just sitting there, transformer mounting bolt gone, and here it is, snapped off, completely snapped, sheared along with the washer and shape-proof washer. So yeah, with that replacement resistor in there, I think someone's been in, either replaced that resistor and possibly tried to remove the transformer bolt and sheared it, or remove the cap clamp bolt and sheared it. Don't know. We will carry on. It is nice to see original components where things have been replaced on amps. I just don't like it to see the modern packages, really. So I like to go with the period correct kind of packages for my caps. And these resistors, look, you see, why not use the real thing? There are schools of thought that say, well, a resistor, a cap's a cap, electrons are processed by that component, they don't care what it is. But actually, I believe there is a little bit of science to disagree with that. So it doesn't just look nice, I believe I can prove that it actually maintains the tone of the amp. So we have taken the filter and reservoir caps, taken the terminals out of circuit. They each need to be basically disconnected from any resistors or other components in their path, which of course the reservoir caps are, and using a peak ESR meter, we have got pretty much all of them around about 50 mic, and all kind of approximately between 1 and under 2 ohms ESR. So reckon they're all pretty good. So what did we find? Apart from the 2 snapped off bolts inside and the coach bolts holding the chassis into the box, we had a microphonic power amp valve, tested fine on the tester, but in use it was microphonic. And in the power amp we had on a valve seat, an anode pin socket was loose and corroded, and that was giving some strange results as well. Could have easily been confused with a bad capacitor, but these things are often a fair bit simpler than they seem. So anyway, this is Chris from Sheave and Truss. Let's see how he sounds.